Let me get my beer, my
Laura.
minimalistic beer.
Where's your beer, Sebastian?
It's a coffee.
It's coffee for now.
Because he's lame.
Lame. It's lame.
It's lame.
It's not lame, it's
Oh,
lame.
don't mansplain Laura, please. Thank you.
It's a joke.
Are you gonna explain to me
It's
that
a
that was
fucking joke.
Oh,
We
you
have to
have-
squall.
What is school?
Skål means cheers.
Cheers.
What's skål in Portuguese?
Brinde.
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 And
Iswikata.
Isikata.
Are we drinking now?
Yeah, of course.
I can't see if my hair looks good.
Doesn't matter. You look amazing.
You just say that.
Hey, queen.
Hey. Hola, brasileiros.
Hola, brasileiro.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Introduce yourself.
Me chamo Sebastião. Sou da Noruega.
I can't. Mi chiamo Jonas. So, the Lithuania.
So basically, we decided to gather up today in this little gig and, you know, have some beer and talk shit about England. Just kidding. And talk shit about English people. No. Let's just make a disclaimer, okay? If any English person watches this video, this is not personal, okay?
It's drag.
It's
Oh my god, the flag fell off!
Oh no, shit.
Oh, our set is falling apart. It's so unprofessional.
We are going to talk about stereotypes in England. Jonas has been living in England for a while, but me and Laura has just moved here, and we are quite fascinated by how some English people
Oh my god, you speak so slowly!
I speak so slowly.
Sorry, you don't. You're just like...
No, you're fine.
You're
Go on.
When someone is talking, Jonas, shut it.
I'm sorry.
Shut it and wait until like the person has come to the point.
You like to mansplain me too.
Yeah, but I can't put them here. The kunskatamara.
So we've just moved here and we have 3 different nationalities here, so it's gonna be quite interesting.
I've been living here for 2.5 years now, so I have like a bit of knowledge
On English
when it
people.
comes to like English people and like England in general.
I actually was quite surprised of how alike they are, Norwegians, in the way of being reserved and a bit shy maybe, but polite.
Yeah, I feel like English people are just like
Thank you, sorry, thank you, please, thank you, sorry.
It's very
Yeah.
robotic.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, no.
but this is how they are raised. They are raised to be polite.
But Lithuanians are quite similar. Like, we are very, very reserved and we don't usually like to talk to a stranger. But I don't see a lot of differences from English people and Lithuanians in the way that they're cold and very reserved and...
Yeah, coming here, that's what I heard a lot. Like,
Yeah.
that English people are just really, really cold. That's like an English stereotype. So you think that's accurate?
That was kind of my impression as well. Cold and formal.
But if you like think generally about Europe, people here aren't very friendly in most countries.
I think we've talked
But-
about this before, but I find it really hard sometimes to like keep a conversation going with someone from here. And it's like sometimes they kind of make me feel awkward.
Yeah, they make you feel awkward because you're
You're
like,
bothering them or
Yeah, 'cause-
something. I feel like that
Yeah,
sometimes.
you can sense that they're being awkward and that makes you awkward.
Mhm.
Even in like London, people are just usually very reserved and they love their personal space. But if you're like going out and if you're drunk, then that's completely
Oh,
different.
yeah.
But that
That's
has been like,
completely
you know,
different. All barriers just like go
But-
down.
yeah.
Everyone just becomes approachable.
I feel like the
everyone's so
friends that
chill.
I've made here, most of them were as you when we were like drunk
Wasted.
and
Yeah.
wasted,
Yeah.
and everyone
That's
just
a
like
very-
talks to everyone.
Yeah, that's yeah.
And
That's what they need.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah, to like become more like approachable and more friendly.
And sometimes it even takes like 5 or 6 beers before people actually start interfering with each other. But it's interfering in a very almost like primitive way. And it's suddenly like all over the place, being like, "Hello,
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
your name? Oh my
Yeah.
god, you look so good.
Yeah, and it's like they hug you and they
Let's have
kiss
a coffee
you.
tomorrow."
And then the day after
And
you
then the
meet
day
up and it's like
after.
literally silence.
Yeah.
Yeah, so awkward.
I'm wearing an Arctic Monkeys crop top.
Yeah, which is
Can I show
stolen
it-
from me.
Can I show
Yeah.
it to the camera?
Give us a runway.
Yes. Look
Take it to the
here.
runway. Take it to the runway.
I just have to like show all of it, kind of thing. If you see here.
Yes!
It looks good,
Not
doesn't
gonna
it? I think guys should
His
wear more of
Instagram
this.
is down in the what is it?
Description
The description bit. Also, just to go back to the topic, queuing is another huge stereotype.
Queuing is
And-
like the most insane culture I've ever seen.
You will find a queue anywhere in the most bizarre places.
Yeah, but
ever.
it's queues just
That's
everywhere.
true.
So when you move to England,
Yeah.
then it's just like, you know, you just have to kind of get along with it and make friends with the queue. And
Enjoy yourself.
but don't make friends with the people, because people don't actually want to be friends with you.
Just be in your phone. Don't make eye contact.
That's so true. That is actually true.
but it's just a stereotype.
Yeah, we're talking
Queuing
about
is just
stereotypes.
we're talking about
yeah.
stereotypes. Yeah, it's not like
It's not like
Yeah.
every English person is like that. Like we've
Yeah.
met some pretty like
amazing people.
and like sweet
Yeah.
people and stuff. But yeah.
Now back to the bitch
Runway.
that had to say a
Yeah.
lot about me in the press the other day. Yo, Molly, what's good?
What's good?
But yeah, you guys, let's go back to the topic.
But
What is the topic again?
And
She's
then-
back.
She's
back.
back.
She's back.
She's back. She's back. But the eye contact thing, that's a really good one. Because this one time, can you talk about that story?
We were in the eating area.
Like the cafeteria thing.
Yeah, the cafeteria thing, and we were stuck outside, and the door.
Because you can only open the door from the inside.
From the
and we were
inside.
outside.
And
It
we
was
were
a fire
literally three people, like, you know, running around, being like, "Oh, how the fuck did we get in?" And it was full of people in there, and everyone, you know, could see that we were trying to get in.
But they were
What are
really
you laughing about?
They were, because it was really funny, but
was
they were
so
trying
funny.
to like
Yeah,
not
I was
make eye
crying.
contact because they didn't really want
was
to bother, I
crying.
guess.
And then I just went batshit crazy and literally just, you know, jumped on the window. It was just like, open the fucking door! Two boys was just like, you know, oh, do you have to get up and open the door? It's like, yeah, you kind of do. Then I
He
shout.
went insane. He was like, "Can't you see? Can't you see? We're locked down!"
I even actually swear at them in Norwegian.
Yeah, you were.
That was so
Oh my
funny.
God.
But sometimes I feel like English people actually give me the impression that they're like so busy all the time that they can't like bother to do certain things, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. Like
And I'm not
they're
even,
just always like focused. They-
Very introverted.
I'm not even sure if it's just because we're in university, but people just always seem to be tired and exhausted. And
And I
everyone's
get
just like,
tired from people
"Ah."
talking about being
and everyone's
tired
like,
all the time.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's so true.
They're either
I just-
talking about
I
being tired or
can't.
the weather.
Yeah, it's
The
like, oh my
weather
God, the weather is
people.
so shit. Oh my God, it's raining. Oh my God, fuck, it's sunny. It's so sunny. It's too sunny.
I feel like this is also like a more of a university thing. When I got here, like of course I met you guys first, which was amazing. But when I started to like get to know other people around, I just had this impression that all girls looked exactly the same and that
Very
like
true.
they acted exactly the same. Of course not all of them. I think it's like really like a stereotype that I see around a lot, like blonde girls. You know, like the way they act is just like
Very
talking
true.
about boys all the time. You can like try to talk to them, but they don't really care about what you're saying at all.
No, but I feel like I meet these people all the time, like who really doesn't have anything to actually add to the
Nothing.
conversation.
Yeah, nothing.
But it's more like superficial stuff.
like
People don't really smile a lot.
yeah, they don't. But I'm used to that too. So,
I'm not.
If you're like walking to a lecture and you bump into someone you know, it's a lot of like this for like hi.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even say hi. They're like,
But the weirdest.
You're right.
But the weirdest thing is, yeah, they don't say you're right, because it's like you don't care. Just say hello, bye, and it's just that.
Bye, girl,
Yeah.
bye.
goodbye.
Bye.
I remember you pointed out that there's a lot of
Oh,
rules
it's so-
and like things
it's
that you
so
can't do.
bureaucratic.
Like
Yeah. Well, I thought of this like this. It's a really stupid thing and it's really minor. But I remember when I was camping with my friends, I was making like a sandwich, and I basically wanted to cut it in half. Instead of cutting it horizontally, I cut it vertically. Literally, everyone was like, "What the fuck? Why are you cutting the sandwich vertically, not horizontally? That's so wrong!" And that was like literally the first thing that I was like, click. oh shit. Like, there aren't a lot of rules. Like a lot of
Like social rules that people don't really talk about it, but
it's like don't make eye contact on the train. Don't talk to anyone on the train that you don't know.
Be on your phone the whole time.
Be on your phone. Literally, be on your phone. And that's the only rule that like covers all departments of like this like debate.
Yeah.
Just always be on your fucking phone.
In Brazil, people are just like screaming in the metro.
It's the same situation on the train and on the underground and on the bus because no one is talking to each other, no one is making eye contact, nothing. And on the underground, like in London, so surprised with how not talkative people are. Where it lives like 10 million people in the main circle of London. No one is talking on the underground. Seriously, it's completely quiet. I was just like, wow. These people really are reserved.
The other thing, but I feel like this is more of a cultural shock for me, because I'm Brazilian, but maybe it's not for you. The distance thing, so like no hugging, you know, when you meet someone you just shake hands. But I don't know if it's like an Europe thing, maybe it's just Europe.
It's actually quite a European thing.
It's quite a European thing. We do the same in Lithuania.
I've actually done it by accident, like to just meet someone and then be like, okay, see you later, and then people are just like,
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes.
I am getting so hot, I wanna take your clothes off.
Yes, Mariah! Excuse my little snack.
it's just so formal. You meet someone and you're like having a nice conversation, you're talking shit and stuff. The person is just like, hey, nice to meet you. Like, what the fuck?
But I can actually relate to being that person who actually finds physical contact a bit like uncomfortable sometimes, and it's not because I don't like physical contact, but it's just because I'm a very European in that way, and very. And,
I love physical contact.
And Norwegians aren't very physical contact kind of people. Like when I met a Brazilian. In Norway, this person was just like, you know, just all over it, and I was just being like, shit, this is so in my personal space kind of circle, and it kind of freaked me out. Most Brazilian people I met come off so warm and so welcoming and wants to give you a hug, and it's very inviting, and I think I think we need to learn from that, to be honest, and kind of, you know.
Aww.
I'm like all about physical contact. I love hugging people. All of that. Even though like in Lithuania it's just not that huge of a thing as it is in Brazil. I'm a bit different. I'm so unique.
You're just so different.
Yes! Yeah, I think we can wrap it up then.
I don't want to. I've been having so much fun with you guys.
Hopefully that was quite interesting.
It's quite
Entertaining.
But yeah, we'll make more of these.
But I really
sure,
love
of
this
course.
crop top. It's fucking amazing.
You can have it until I go back to Brazil. Because it's summer, so I need my crop tops, okay?
Yeah.
We need to do a video about the fact that in Brazil, Christmas isn't the summer. Stay tuned.
No. This is actually really interesting.
It is an interesting
Jonas
topic.
didn't believe that in Brazil in Christmas is summer, and
I knew that though.
No, you
I knew
didn't.
But
We
it's
just
the
don't get
same-
taught that.
The same thing in Chile as well. I think it's no. Yeah, it's warm during Christmas.
Of course it's warm. It's everything below
Equator
equator
line.
line.
Yeah,
Everything
equator line.
below it's the opposite season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so interesting. That people here don't really actually think about that, I guess.
Anyways.
It's Norwegian.
Okay. Till next time.
When we talk about Christmas in Brazil. That was so like.
Bye guys.
Okay.
Até a próxima.
Oh, that's so cute. I need a tom
I am here this all-star you girl.
Is that the outro?
Oh my god, it's like gay pride in Melbourne.
Well, yeah, because they fucking voted yes for marriage equality.